long as you can control yourself from flipping off the back, you're good.
Somebody's gonna have to do it.
I'm back. Today we are gonna be fucking with a standing frame. Apparatus, I would imagine. A whole bunch of you had an opportunity to fuck with. Just get you in a standing position. La 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 la. Really not much to talk about. I got one a couple weeks ago, and I've been using it. Right now I'm just battling blood pressure issues that I have. And we're gonna see what happens. with this whole thing. Gonna try to work in some exercises. And we'll see. I don't know what to tell you. Obviously, I've taken a new direction in my training. I'm still doing training that I'm doing, but now I decided to put my legs on notice. And I decided to have them join the game because I believe I've gotten to the point for them to join the game. I've been doing some crawling. I've been doing some thigh exercises, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I'm not getting on my feet. Getting on my feet is the thing to do. Blood pressure, bone density, muscle strengthening. Just standing alone is beneficial. So we're gonna work with the standing frame. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was able to actually stand for the first time in like 5 years on my own. Now let me tell you something. That shit was fucking rough. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. And if you're not gonna do any training at all, don't even bother with any of this. This is not just showing up for fucking lifestyle. This is a fucking lifestyle. And I obviously have a personal vendetta against myself, and against spinal cord injury, and against quadriplegia. And from the time I was a kid, you didn't do the job you were supposed to do. You didn't get shit. Even as I grew up, I realized that the harder you work, better your life became. Believe me. I started my business with $1,000 truck and fucking sheer fucking determination. I lost sight of that for a while. But let me tell you something. When all of your options have been removed, sort of like breaking your fucking neck. You have nothing but one. You have one fucking focus, one view. I don't know what seems to be one purpose. Get back on your fucking feet. You have a tendency to focus on things like that. That's where I'm at. You do what you gotta do. You do what I do. I'm gonna get on my fuck around and do whatever you're gonna do. However, it's been a couple years since I have stood up, and we achieved that a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna make that a habit. Standing frame time. Okay. You watch, don't watch. Not my concern. Get a standing frame. You got to do it yourself. You got to get on your goddamn feet. Get working. Get doing whatever the fuck you got to do. Whatever the fuck you got to do to do what you need. I don't know about you, but I want to stand. I have to stand. I have to stand. I'm fucking obsessed going to fucking win. When I do, you'll be the first to know. If you decide you want to ask me a question, by all means, feel free. The same answer. Tell you the same answer. Get the fuck to work. 9 different languages if you want. more standing. There is no substitute for standing. Now, I just got this. You notice, doesn't have the tray, doesn't have the back, doesn't have the strap. Not advisable. This is going to be my biggest nemesis, the blood pressure issues. But with this, we will defeat it. But there is no substitute for standing. Over the next couple months, I'm going to be coming up with a lot of different exercises for this. Once I defeat the blood pressure issues, which is going to take a little bit. Always keep moving. You gotta continuously move. If you don't move, you will never move. And if you never move, then what are you going to do? Challenge yourself. I mean, even this me hanging out like this and not passing out right now, this is incredible. But we're going to continuously get better and better and better. From using this, we're eventually going to be doing these little mini squats. Mini squats. We'll work on back extensors, blood pressure, weight bearing. There's so much stuff. Between this, like I say, this is the prayer bench, the quad stander, which is probably, not probably, it's definitely the hardest thing out of the bunch. But we're going to be using the legs. Legs, legs, legs. That's legs, legs, legs. It's been 5 years since I stood up on my own. The other day was the closest I've came to it so far. You know, the robot doesn't count. When I was in something called a local mat, doesn't count. This doesn't count. This is good for the blood pressure. This will help me. Doesn't count. But the stander, that's closer. But it does isolate the knees and the ankles, you know, knees and the feet. So, it's closer. But still, we got a long way to go. And a very difficult journey to get there. Pussies need not apply. If you're not going to train, then what the fuck are you going to do? You know, if you just think you can't do it, why don't you try something? I bet you surprise yourself. You're not always going to be in a situation where there's people around. You're going to find yourself all by yourself, with no one to count on but yourself. And when you get in that situation and you're not prepared for it, don't cry, don't bitch, don't moan, don't do anything. Think about the fact that, shit, the quad told me I should have been practicing for this. Life is not a spectator sport. It's cruel, it's cold, and even when you're in a crowded room, you're all by yourself. You take care of the people around you, people that you care about, rather than them taking care of you. That is your job. The reason that you're here.
You're not here for your mommy or your daddy to take care of you. You're not here for your wife to take care of you. You're not here for your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, your worst enemy. You're here to take care of yourself. Woo! My blood pressure is tanking big time. And something like this is what's going to help you do it. You're the only one that can push yourself. You're the only one that knows how far you can push yourself. You're the only one that knows that if you push yourself and you push out, that you pushed out. Everybody else around you is going to look at you like, ooh, wow, that guy's doing great. Only you know that you're fucking jerking yourself off. Only you know if you're kicking your own ass. Only you know if you're challenging your own blood pressure. It's all on you. I got myself in this situation. Mary sacrificed her life to get me out of it. And I'll be fucked if I'm going to sit there and have her wait on me. My job is to take care of her. And I've been neglecting my duty. No matter what situation you're in, no matter what it is that's going on, everybody has a sense of responsibility. Everybody has responsibilities. Number one responsibility is truly of yourself, because if you're not able to do anything, you can't help the people around you. And if you can't help the people around you, then I don't know about you, but I find myself really not all that much of a complete person. I'm not a fucking conceited, selfish little bitch. I'll stop about halfway. Let's see if I can get it back together. You gotta be careful if you're up here. Yeah, you already know my breathing is a little rough. My balance, my blood pressure, my ability. My stamina. I have actually a pretty good excuse for all that. C4 quadriplegia. But I'm tired of using that shit excuse. There's millions of people out there that use it every day. I don't want to be one of those guys. Because I don't want to be, I'm not going to be.